I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. And I'll tell you what, people don't believe me when I say this, but yes, I love to see our counterparts lose, but I actually want your teams to be good. And I'll tell you why. Because for the Cowboys, and this dates back to history, when the Cowboys whoop up on the bad team, like when the division is bad and the Cowboys just dominate you guys, when it's time to play a real team, we don't know what to do. But when we fight you hardcore and maybe we split 1-1, we're playoff ready. We can actually win in the first round, right? So I value that. I love these matchups. I want to see the Giants get better. I want to see the Eagles get better. The Washington team can suck forever. That's just the one team that I don't care anything about, right? But at least with the Eagles and the Giants, man, those games go hard. So obviously, Cowboys are going to have a lot of continuity going into next year. Not much is going to change with them. They might.
So you're certain that Mike McCarthy keeps his job?
I was going to say that.
I'm certain Mike McCarthy keeps his job, because Jerry Jones isn't just going to fire him and not know what to do next. If Jerry Jones, because Jerry doesn't hire the young offensive coordinator. That's not his style. He's never going to do it. He's going to hire somebody that's established, right? So the only person out there that Jerry Jones would bring in immediately is if they decided that they were going to trade for Sean Payton, right? And if they traded for Sean Payton, they would all of a sudden there would be breaking news that Mike McCarthy has been let go. But this is definitely going to be a toasted bun season for Mike McCarthy. He's going to be on a hot seat all year, right? So that is what's going to happen, in my opinion. But so the only thing the Cowboys might lose is Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn. Kellen Moore, overrated, overhyped. He starts off really good. He starts off with his offense looks great, but by midseason, when defensive coordinators catch what he's doing, he doesn't have a counter. We've seen this 3 years in a row for Kellen Moore now, but everybody's looking for that young offensive mind. He may get a job, so he could go. I really don't want to lose Dan Quinn, but I'm afraid we're going to. I'm afraid the Denver Broncos may do that. Maybe even your Giants, because I think he's from Jersey, actually. So, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on Dan Quinn personally because
I don't think
but I get it though.
Either.
He deserves another shot after the year he just had. And I know you were talking about McCarthy replacements just in case. I'm sure they've had a discussion of, hey, if we don't want to lose Dan Quinn, maybe we should just elevate him to be head coach.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I really wouldn't be opposed to that. I just don't know if that's how Jerry Jones operates. I agree. It's Jerry Jones, man. Look, we just we can want whatever we want as Cowboys fans. It's going to be what Jerry wants, and he
wait. So Will, if you were in charge of the Cowboys, what would you do with the head coaching situation?
If I was in charge of the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy would be sitting in free agency as a head coach right now. Right? Brian Flores would be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, because I'll tell you why. The Dallas Cowboys, the only times they have been legitimate championship contenders, they had head coaches who kept everyone accountable, who took nothing, who instilled discipline. Jimmy Johnson, right? Jimmy Johnson in the 90s, he created that roster. That team was as disciplined as it gets, right? Jerry Jones wanted some of the spotlight because Jimmy's not a yes man. That relationship broke up. Then Jerry went through some garbage head coaches, the Dan Campos, and some other. We were 5-11. Then he decided that he wanted to get Bill Parcells, who is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Bill Parcells is not a yes man. Bill Parcells holds his players accountable, instills discipline in those guys, right? That team, he took the same team without adding anything extra that went 5-11 to 10-6 the next season. Lost Quincy Carter and continued to. By the time he built the team to when it could compete for a championship, Jerry Jones got rid of him, brought in soft patty cake Wade Bum Phillips, right? Which eventually that team got passed to Jason Garrett. We all know that story. And here we are with Mike McCarthy. The tissue just gets softer, right? I would put Brian Flores in there because he's going to do what Jimmy and Bill Parcells did, right? But the reason why that's not going to happen is because Brian Flores is not a yes man. That's the reason why he's looking for a job right now. Miami wanted him to, operate a certain way. He was against it. Now he's out of a job. So if I actually had say, that would be my pick for a head coach. But it's not my say, unfortunately.
It is funny, though, and ironic that you're right about when the Cowboys have had successful teams, it's coaches that have a little personality. It's guys that fight back, and they clearly have expiration dates because when they start to surpass Jerry, see you later.
Gone. Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, that's it, right?
It's like he likes one as soon as you get, you get on the ride once, you got to wait online again. All right, I'm taking someone else. Like you got to go back. Like I get a little success, and then you know what? I'm going to get someone else.